Hello everybody, this is Wake Angel 2001, and I kind of fell behind on the October minifigures. I've just been kind of busy, and I didn't have time to do all the sculpting that was necessary. I did print out all the bucks, and they're all at least halfway done, but we're already week into November, and I want to show that there actually is progress being made. So let's take a look at the ones that I've actually managed to finish, starting with AC Reinhardt's mini, the Blue Wisp. Now, the Blue Wisp is actually one of the simplest of all Wisps, with a very basic power. He makes cubes. So, this is basically just a box with little nub feet and 3 eyes. So, ta-da! This is actually one of the first times that I made a 3D printed minifigure that required no additional sculpting. Once it was printed out, all I had to do was paint it. And now there is a Blue Wisp to go with all the other Wisps that AC Reinhardt has so far. I'll take a group picture later. Up next is another Patreon supporter, Claus, who wanted a baby Yoshi. Yes, baby Yoshi. It's just a baby Yoshi. So I made an entirely original minifigure buck for this that looks nothing like any of my previous minifigure bucks. So now I have a tiny little grape dinosaur. Hooray! There was a little bit of sculpting necessary on this one, including, the beak, the arms, a little bit of the eyelids. And with a proper paint job, it looks like a little mini Yoshi figure. So that was nice. And finally, we have Gitz's minifigure. Gitz wanted something from Sonic Boom, the Eggman kitty, which I think that I need a little bit more explanation for this one. So, I know it's been a while, so here's a quick synopsis. In an episode of Sonic Boom, Eggman concluded that the reason he wasn't able to beat Sonic was because they all had amazing physical abilities and he didn't. So he decided that he would give himself superpowers. He tried researching biotechnology to see if he could enhance himself, but the subject was a little bit complicated and didn't really have any practical applications, at least in the basic research material. That's when Sonic left behind a comic book, which was basically a parody of the Hulk, and Eggman concluded that if he exposed himself to dangerous levels of purple radiation, then he would gain superpowers. Well, that's just silly. Yes, as we all know, Eggman didn't gain superpowers, but he instead turned himself into this adorable little kitty chow thing that still had, like, his little mustache and coat, and it was cute. So the minifigure buck was, basically I just kind of printed the sitting kitty look and sculpted the arms, tail, and little goggle nubs myself. I made the wings and mustache out of craft foam because I didn't want them to snap off, because they get very thin at their points of attachment. And with a proper paint job, we have Eggman's tiny little purple kitten form, which is what happens when you expose a genius scientist to purple radiation. What the heck is purple radiation? Is that just light? Did he just shoot himself with intense purple light? It's amazing he didn't give himself skin cancer instead. Well, the benefit of being a minifigure or something that's actually from the cartoon is that you can actually stand this next to the real Sonic Boom figures, and it's a thing that scales in. So, yeah, he actually got something that he can put in the legit action figure collection. And if anybody else wants an Eggman kitty, it's relatively simple for me to do, since I can just print up this minifigure buck whenever I want. Alright, so now I have 4 more minifigures to finish, and then I can get started on the proper November minifigures, and hopefully catch up on all of this. And yes, I'm still making the action figures, so don't worry about that either. This is Wake Angel 2001, signing off.